from Staples Center here in Los Angeles, California, for new boxing champions present our next attraction in the ring. Once again brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, GTD Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Jose Suleiman. Our judges.
You ever been to the R&B gym?
A what?
The R&B gym.
What? A gym where they play slow jams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? This one of them gyms right here. Put that shit on. I am Khalil Coe, aka Big Stepper. I fight at 175. Signed with Matchroom, you know, from Jersey City, New Jersey. I've been boxing since I was, let's say 12, 13 years old. You know, I started in Jersey City, Jimmy Dupree, some people might know him, you know. And yeah, man, my mom put me in boxing, getting in trouble in the streets, in school, put me in boxing, and took off from there.
What was it like you coming up as a fighter in Jersey City?
It was pretty much like a challenge, honestly, like not for me, but like to the guys the tough guys around me, you feel me? So it's like, he boxed, now let me try to test myself up against the boxers. So, you know, it kind of brought more fights in a way, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it helped me get to become tough and build that you know, that grit, you know. But yeah, like, even though, and I don't suggest people start boxing to go get street fights, but when people realize where I'm from, you see what I'm saying? Certain people take that as like a threat or like a challenge. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm the toughest guy on this block. He think he blocks here. You think you tough? All right. So it was more so much as like that. Like, I go to the park, guys are plotting, you know, trying to do little things to antagonize.
So you feel like it put a target on you?
Definitely put a target on me. But it also taught me discipline, you know, as far as like maintaining, going to the gym. I used to, like, as far as when I used to go to school, leave the school, go straight to the park, play basketball. But then when I got introduced into boxing, you know, it was like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get home and go to the gym. You know, I was trying to go straight from my house, from school to practice, you know. But you know, homework and things like that, chores and things first like that. So it was more of a, like, that's when I knew what I wanted to do.
I'm Coach Cooper, aka OG Bloodhound Dog Shit, BKA the Warlord, aka the Unleasher.
You tell me a little bit about Khalil as a fighter and how you came to know him.
Khalil as a fighter, I would say a combination of like magic and power put together. You know, some of the stuff he did was in his amateur career was like magical. You know, stuff that other people could never achieve. That's been in the gym probably all their lives. You know, he climbed to the top fairly quick, and he beat some of the best guys in the world. You know, early in the game. How I met him was, you know, I used to take his little, you know, candy from him, his cupcakes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Mush him in the face. You know what I'm saying? But I used to visit actually Brick City Boxing Gym in Newark, and he was there training, and he was actually sub-novice when I first met him. He used to be sparring guys, you know, here and there, and when I came back a year later, right, because I was going from gym to gym, place to place, everybody was talking about the new phenomenon, Khalil Coe, and I'm like, I know the kid, sub-novice, like, yeah, all right, but like, I'm talking about like the greatest thing out, you know what I mean? I got to see what he looked like, and they wasn't lying, you know, he was knocking guys out of sparring, he was knocking guys out of fights. A lot of people doubted him when he went to the Nationals. He won. And then he went again and he won. And then the rest was like history. You know, he's on the Olympic team, he's traveling, he's going all around the world, and he's winning, you know. And at the time, he had a trainer that was my man. You know, I stood close to him. You know, I studied under him. I learned things from him, you know, and things that, you know, he did with Khalil, you know, as a trainer. You know, and I just picked up a lot of knowledge, you know, which brought us here. You know, when he got ready to turn pro, he needed someone around him that kind of know him, I mean, he's comfortable with, you know, and I was happy to oblige.
He's a natural, and his ability to adapt to every style, his his fight with southpaws, it's like a regular fight with him. Like they say, oh, we're kind of afraid of southpaws. He can fight southpaw, orthodox, it doesn't matter. His ability to listen and then regurgitate what he was given. He's a master at that. And his visual, he's able to see, he has this scope where he sees the entire fighter.
With any fight, it brings out different aspects of me. If that makes any sense, you know. Some guys I might have to walk to and be a brawler. Some guys I have to box and stay on my toes. So it's just like it all depends on who I'm up against. You know. I can adapt. I can adjust. You know. I like to consider myself a boxer, but as right now they consider me a power puncher or knockout artist. But that's just with following the game plan, you know.
And fortunately, you're getting knockouts. So,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly. So it's just like that's what works, you know. Like for example, the Devin Haney and Regis fight. The guy, he's not a big power puncher, but he's so sharp. He's placing his punches. Regis was about to go to sleep. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not really about power. Some people have it and some people don't. My opinion, I don't feel like you can teach power. You see what I'm saying? But you could teach placement, you could teach accuracy and things like that, which makes up for the power.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have footwork, defensive skills, ring generalship. Like there's a lot of things that they haven't seen yet, you know, and I'm just waiting to bring out. It's Monster Energy drink. Yeah. Game time. Gang signs. You know, like with me, I feel like personally, I have to be like, I'm trying to steal the show in a way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, cause if you think about it, when you go to fights, if you're not like the main card, there's not really people, you know, really paying attention to you besides like certain people, and you got your fan base and things like that. So I try to set the bar for the person on the main event, you know. I try to set the bar so cause we watch the fights from the back. You know, I want them to see it and be like, oh shit, I can't let him outdo me. It's my card. You know, so that'd be the main thing. Yeah, I want to set the tone.
Every pound count when it's time to cut weight, bro. Every pound count.
As the father, how do you feel like Khalil's grown and matured since he went pro?
Oh my God, leaps and bounds. From the days of the USA camp when he was still thinking that it was good to chase girls and all of that, you know what I mean, as to turning pro and having a mindset, a way of life, knowing that it's a lifestyle now, you know, so he's adapting to that, and the transition has been something, but after 8 fights, he's about there. He's, you know, I would give him like 75%.
You know, definitely shout out to my pops. I appreciate for everything he do. You know, from the meal preps to everything. You know, like ride me to the gym. You know, and it's my family, my friends. You know, the people, even the guys that's here. You know, that I train with. We've been around for a long time, working and training together from the amateurs, national tournaments. You know, now we all pro now. You see what I'm saying? So now we just pushing each other. It's more like as you see, like today, it's all competitive. Yep. You know, it makes it fun. It gives it that healthy competition. Exactly.
Trying to push each other.
Exactly.
Up.
You know, in the midst of that, you're becoming better in better shape. And you don't even realize you're doing it because you're just enjoying yourself with your friends and you feel me, your peers.
What for you is your primary motivator or your motivating force as a fighter? Like
my son.
What's the stuff in the basement?
My son, definitely my son. You know, there was multiple things before him. You know, like the lifestyle, the situation, trying to get out of the situation, and then the way I grew up and not wanting to be in that circumstance anymore. So he's been like my biggest motivation, you know, like every day. I be bringing him to the gym. He box all the time. All he want to do, he punch in the dryer and punch in the washing machine. He come open. When I get home, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna record him. He gonna open my bag up and take my gloves out and start boxing. Like that's all he want to do. I wake up, he's like this. Wow. punching the side of the bed. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But definitely, man, he motivates me. So I want to give him something that he can brag about, you know, something that he can go to school and tell, like, man, my father did this, my father did that, like, you know, and put him in a better situation than I was in, you know.
Good job. 9 and
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. We've been through so much, like from the beginning, since the amateurs, bro. Like, and everybody go through their own things, but the people who stuck with me and knew that what I'm capable of and believed in me, man, I appreciate y'all. And stay tuned, man. I got a lot more for y'all.